Welcome back to my channel, everybody. Am I the a-hole for asking my mother-in-law for advice on how she dealt with her husband having an affair after she said I needed to work on my marriage with her son? He had an affair. I filed for divorce immediately and expeditiously. His mother came to me and said I needed to work on my marriage and not give up so easy. So I asked how she dealt with her husband cheating and having an affair in their marriage. She started stammering and stuttering and asked what I was talking about. So I said that 5 years ago, her husband had an affair on her. I said, if you expect me to work through my marriage during infidelity, I need advice on how she did it. I told her that Matthew had asked me not to talk about it, so I had kept my mouth shut. She got up and left immediately. From what I have heard, they had a massive fight. Her husband denied everything. Matthew denied that he knew anything about his father's affair, much less telling me to act like nothing happened. My mother-in-law is pissed off at her husband and at Matthew for keeping her in the dark. For the record, I just wanted her to leave me alone and think about my point when I made up the affair. I only found out about the affair because Matthew gave me chlamydia. My father-in-law said he was golfing with Matthew on Saturdays and that they were taking overnight fishing trips. He did this to help Matthew have excuses for his absence from home. He helped Matthew cheat on me. Lastly, my mother-in-law came to my home, which she owns, and gave us cheap rent while I was packing up my stuff to move out. That's why I let her in. So basically, your mother-in-law has all the advice. She tells you you need to work out your marriage, even though her son cheated on you. And not only did he cheat on you, he gave you a sexually transmitted disease. Thank goodness chlamydia is curable. But what if he had given you something that was not curable? That means that you would forever be reminded of his mistakes. And actually, it's not even a mistake. That was a decision. When people cheat, they make a conscientious effort to come up with plans and reasons to not be around when they're supposed to be around. Not only did he come up with reasons to not be around, he used his father as an alibi. His father knew what he was doing, so his father enabled his behavior, which means that he and his father are both trash. Now you are faced with one, taking medication to cure yourself, receive shots, whatever the treatment is for chlamydia, you have to deal with that. So in this particular situation, you have every right to file for divorce. You have every right to be angry with your husband. You have every right to be angry with your father-in-law. And you have every right to tell his mother to basically back off in this situation. While you made up this story to make her think about how she would feel if her husband cheated on her, which in this instance, I'm not sure if he cheated or not, or if he has cheated in the past. If he helped his son to deceive his wife, I wouldn't be surprised if the father-in-law did not also cheat. And let's be clear, because as I've stated before, I don't bash men, I don't bash women. I tell the truth, And somebody is surely going to get mad. Not cheating is the bare minimum. You paid money to be married. You signed your marriage certificate. You had a wedding. You asked a woman, maybe, I don't know. Sometimes men don't, they want to be the baddest bee. Okay, they might want the woman to propose. So I don't know if you proposed to him or he proposed to you. Either way, you both made a decision to get married. So to even go the route to deceive your spouse in this situation is very raggedy. Because if you no longer want to be married and you're not in a relationship where you discussed this prior to, I want to have a bonus girlfriend on the side, at least get her tested for STDs if you're going to have a bonus girlfriend on the side. I don't know what's going on in the world these days where people are okay with contracting diseases. You don't get tested, and you shouldn't even have to go that route when you're married. But as we know, people are deceptive and they do things in the streets that they shouldn't be doing, because guess what? When the lights go out and the clothes come off, those inhibitions are no longer there, okay? There's no condoms, there's no protection, all for 30 seconds, all right? But let's see what Reddit had to say about this. Okay, at first, I thought, not the a-hole. Then read that you made it up and thought, you are the a-hole. Then I read that the father-in-law helped Matthew to cover this up. So, no, you are not the a-hole. Honestly, I have done something similar once. A dear friend of mine wanted to cheat on his wife with me and made the proposition. I said it's crazy that both tried the same move on the same friend on the same day. I asked him if it was planned. He stared at me for a moment and was like, wait, my wife hit on you? When? I said she only just asked me if I'd meet up with her later and have, but I told her no because she had a man. And now, here's that same man asking me the same question. He started crying about how his wife's cheating, and I responded with, she's not, but now you know how it feels. Don't do that. At first I thought I wasn't going to like you, but I like you. Sometimes you just gotta hand those lessons out. I absolutely agree. Make them think twice about being deceptive to someone they allegedly love. You allegedly love your spouse, but you want to be deceptive toward them. You want to tell them lies. You want to cover up the truth. You want family members to help you cover up the truth. You want friends to help you cover up the truth. That's disgusting, despicable behavior. So, OP, no, you are not the a-hole, but your entire extended family, mother-in-law, father-in-law, and your raggedy husband are absolutely the a-holes.